Trae Young, one of the most exciting up-and-coming players in the NBA and looking like a future superstar point guard as a member of the Atlanta Hawks. In only his second season out of Oklahoma, he's putting up an insane stat line of 29 points and 8 assists per game. Now, despite his efforts, the Atlanta Hawks find themselves at the bottom of the Eastern Conference, and Ice Trae is left frustrated, wondering when is he finally going to get some help. For today's video, help is on its way as we attempt to build the perfect team around the great shooting point guard and see if with the right pieces, he can lead a team to an NBA championship. Yo, what's going on, guys? KrispyFlakes here. So yes, for today's video, we are going to be building the perfect team around Trae Young. Now, before we get going on this video, if you guys are enjoying this series, drop a like on this one right here, man. Help me get to 1,000 likes so I know you are enjoying it. And as always, check out my second channel, Extra Crispy, for daily NBA content over there. So yeah, also in the comment section below, which player should I do next? I already did Luka Doncic. We're now doing Trae Young. So yeah, which young NBA player, really player in general that just not won a championship yet, do you want me to build a team around? So the way I do this is that we are in an expansion draft with every single player available, and we do this realistically. So it's not going to be a team of Trae Young, Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, Giannis, all those guys. It's going to be Trae Young. Then it's going to be like another like all-star / superstar caliber player. And then it's going to be like 2 or 3 role players, of course, the bench and everything like that, man. So yeah, first thing we got to do is draft Trae Young. And after we do this, we, of course, are going to simulate the season and see how the team does out there. But yes, Trae Young, with our first pick in the draft, we are representing the Pittsburgh Force. Pittsburgh getting an NBA team from KrispyFlakes here. All right, so our first player. I was going back and forth about this a lot in my head, and I decided I wanted to start the shooting guard spot. And the one shooting guard, this is a man that, you know, scoring-wise isn't going to kill you out there. He's averaging 12 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 rebounds per game. But mainly he is known for his defense, which is going to help Trae Young out a lot. Because Trae Young, not the best defender out there. And that is going to be the man from the Boston Celtics. He might be actually listed as a point guard here. Yeah, Marcus Smart. He's going to go to the shooting guard spot out there, though. Just somebody that can handle the basketball himself. His defense off the charts. And even like his three-point shot. On 2K, it's listed as an A. I think he's actually shooting closer to about 34% on the season, which isn't like absolutely amazing, but you definitely got to watch out for Marcus Smart because there is games where he's just knocking it down. I thought he'd be the absolute perfect pairing with Trae Young in the backcourt just for those defensive reasons and everything. So yeah, really looking forward to see how those two guys can actually play together. All right, next up, we are going to do the center position. So I was thinking about it, if I could see one center play with Trae Young out of like the obvious, like Joel Embiid or somebody like that, but those guys, you know, very high ratings, so those might be different videos for the other day. I decided to go with Andre Drummond, the best rebounding center in the NBA, averaging 18 points, 17 rebounds, 3 assists, and even his defense has been better, man. 2 steals, 2 blocks per game. Just the idea of Trae Young taking those crazy threes. He's not going to make every single one of them, but when he doesn't, Andre Drummond is there to rebound the basketball. Dre is also a very underrated passer for a big man. Like, he can definitely find the guy in the cut. It will just be a lot of fun to watch. The pick and roll game, because Drummond has definitely never gotten to play with a point guard like Trae Young before. He's had to deal with the likes of, like, Reggie Jackson. But even Derrick Rose obviously plays differently than Trae Young does. So, yeah, Drummond and Trae, I think those guys can make one deadly duo in the NBA. So that is who we are going to roll with. So we got Trae Young, we got Marcus Smart, we got Andre Drummond. Not a bad little tree to start off. I think to finish off the starting 5 right here, I definitely want to go and continue with the trend of the 3-and-D players, just because Drummond does not really give you much floor spacing. Marcus Smart, you know, like I was saying, he's not consistently amazing from 3, so you definitely want guys help with floor spacing. So yes, next up we are going to go with the power forward position, and I decided to go with the guy that's going to bring some grit and grind to this team, but somebody that can also play off Drummond, and also space for Trae Young as he gets to the basket, or, you know, just runs the plays out there. And the guy I decided to go with, he's down this list. We don't want to have all, you know, really high overall rated players, because that's not really realistic. Where's he at, man? Yes, PJ Tucker. I thought PJ Tucker would be the absolute perfect 4 on this team, man. Shooting his corner threes, the defense is going to be a great thing to watch, and just give that little grit and grind. Just somebody that you can really count on to go out there and give it his all every single night. I mean, Trae Young said straight up, like, he got in a little bit of a emotional argument in the locker room after a bad loss, saying that he just is sick of being the man out there all the time and not really having the help. And I guess one of the assistant coaches said, hey, Trae, we're going to bring you some help now, man. So, yeah, PJ Tucker, just one of those locker room guys. If I'd add, like, another guy, like another star to this team, I'm not going to do it because that would be way too many star players, but I would go with like a Jimmy Butler. I feel like Jimmy Butler would really just mesh well with Trae Young on just wanting to play some great basketball, but that would be way too many stars on this team. So, yeah, we're going to go with another role player type of guy, and I already have him kind of picked out here. Listed as a power forward, we are going to run either him or PJ Tucker at the small forward position. And then once again, just about the defense, it is going to be Robert Covington. I absolutely love Robert Covington. He's one of my favorite players in the NBA. Just like the perfect role player for any NBA team. So yeah, Trae Young's defense not the greatest. So Marcus Smart, Robert Covington, PJ Tucker, all those guys out there on the perimeter helping is going to allow Trae to just focus solely on scoring the basketball, getting his teammates involved. All these guys are capable scorers. It's going to be a great time. So next we got to do the bench unit right here. And I'm thinking for a backup point guard, we want somebody that plays kind of the opposite way of Trae Young, just so we have like the best of both worlds out there. And I decided after looking at all the players that somebody like where's he at, man? Where's he at? Like DeLon Wright would be kind of cool. He's a playmaking point guard, get to the basket, very smart basketball IQ. He's got the good height out there. Definitely a guy you can run in the backcourt with Trae Young at times. And yeah, man, I saw him and he kind of stuck out to me. So DeLon Wright will be the backup point guard of this team. For the center spot, we do have Andre Drummond, who is more of an inside guy. So we probably want to combat that a little bit more with a more of a shooting center out there. So Aaron Baines kind of enticing, man. He would definitely be able to space the floor, be able to set some hard screens for Trae Young. And I mean, you got like Marc Gasol, Serge Ibaka, also some great choices. But no, I think I'm gonna go with Aaron Baines. Just something about him's calling out to me. Where's he at? And yeah, Aaron Baines will be the backup center for this team. All right, next up, we need a backup shooting guard. Once again, we have the defensive guy starting on this team, so we want to go just with more of a natural scorer. Let's look at maybe some 77, 78 overall players. Danny Green seems kind of like a good idea. Just a winner if I've ever seen one. Plays his role nicely. Does not do too much out there, but does exactly what you need him to do. So yeah, Danny Green. I got a good feeling about him, man. Got a good feeling. Alrighty, next up, we need a small forward. We currently have Robert Covington at that spot. Anybody that I really want all that much? I mean, I kind of like Joe Ingles just because of his ability to really handle the basketball and make plays for other people out there. And you don't really lose a lot from him defensively. He's kind of like, you might say he's actually like a poor man's Robert Covington with the perimeter defense and the three-point shot. But like I said, a little bit better of a handler out there. You can definitely give him the ball and he can create his own shot. So yeah, Joe Ingles, we'll go with him at the backup small forward spot. And then for the backup power forward position, not anybody too crazy along these lines. Might go with like a more of a, I don't know, maybe like a good like veteran or somebody like that. Nobody's really calling my name on this. I guess I'll go with Mike Scott, I guess. No, because we got Aaron Baines at center. So one thing we probably want more like a defensive type of guy out there. But like Al-Farouq Aminu, multi-positional defender. Yeah, that would definitely be useful. We got Jeremy Grant, who is more scoring based. I'm going to go with Al-Farouq Aminu, though. I feel like him and Aaron Baines off the bench would kind of complement each other well. So, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So, yeah, man, that is what our 10-man rotation is going to be looking like. Absolutely loving this team. Pittsburgh, bro, is that Eastern Conference? I don't know, man. I don't know my geography like that. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and finish up this draft real quick, probably just do some filler players, and we are going to get to the beginning of the regular season. Okay, guys, here is the team going into the beginning of the regular season. We got Trae Young at point guard, Marcus Smart, he went up to an 84 overall shooting guard. Robert Covington went up to an 85 overall when I put him at small forward. We got PJ at the 4, Andre Drummond at the 5. Then we got Aaron Baines, Danny Green, Al-Farouq Aminu, DeLon Wright, and Joe Ingles for our 10-man rotation. I also added a coach that I think would be the perfect coach for Trae Young. Let's go ahead and look that up real quick here. I went with Mike D'Antoni. The reason I went with him is because he literally knows how to make superstar guards, from Steve Nash to James Harden. He just knows how to use guards in his offensive system. So we're gonna go with that 7-second offense. Just because to me, we got a very athletic team. We got young guys out there that can definitely run it. And, PJ Tucker, he's not young, but he can definitely still run the basketball, I think, out there. So, yeah, let's go ahead and go to, I guess we'll go to the coach game plan. Get this all right. First scoring option got to be Trae. Second, I'm going to say Andre Drummond. And third, probably Robert Covington. Let's play through Trae Young, of course. All right, man, I don't really got too much else going on. The team is pretty much good to go. I think this is the perfect team for Trae Young. Let's go ahead, simulate this NBA season, and see just how good this team can really do. So a record of 60-21. I just gotta say straight up, Luka Doncic, who's comparing who to who now, man? Trae Young, 60-21, only his second NBA season with the right team around him. Although let's be honest, like Luka Doncic does not have the perfect team around him either, which is why I did a video about that, guys. Go check that one out after this one. We got LeBron James MVP, Zion Rookie of the Year, Larry Nance Sixth-Man, Kawhi Defensive Player, Trae Young Most Improved Player. 30 points, 3 rebounds, 10 assists, 2 steals per game, shot 44% from 3. So, yeah, I mean, he can honestly just do that this season. I think I just saw the Celtics went 67-15, so that's absolutely crazy. But we got Luka and Trae on the All-NBA first teams. That is insane, man, for second-year players doing that. All-NBA second and All-NBA third looking like this. In the All-Defensive teams, we got nobody on the first and nobody on the second. Maybe our guys didn't play as good a defense as I thought they would. We are the second seed in the Eastern Conference. We're an Eastern Conference team. Let's go to the player stats on the season. So, yeah, we know Trae Young's stat line. Drummond has 16 points, 18 rebounds per game. I mean, those are Andre Drummond-esque numbers. The assists are definitely down. So, yeah, you got Marcus Smart, 14 points, 7 assists per game. He shot, wow, 45% from 3. He just had one of those seasons. And then you got Robert Covington at 12.6 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block per game. Aaron Baines playing great off the bench. PJ Tucker, doing his thing out there. Not really shooting too many shots. 39% from 3, though. Overall, the efficiency is kind of down. But he literally only shoots 3s, so it kind of makes sense. Danny Green, Delon Wright, Al-Freaking Munu, like, no complaints about this. Joe Ingles, of course. Nobody, no big-time complaints about this team whatsoever, which I shouldn't because, I did construct it. Team stats on the season. So, scoring-wise, definitely not the highest scoring team, but we were, top 11, so no complaints about that. And then defensively, we were the best defensive team, only giving up 100 points per game. The differential, 4th best in the NBA behind some of these other really good teams. But look at these other records, man. 69 wins, 67, 63, and then 61. So while I do think this is the perfect team around Trae Young, I don't know if Trae Young is ready to win a championship. So that is going to be the difficult part as we do these series here, is if we can actually win one, man. Here we go. First round, Chicago Bulls. We got to get to the finals first. Like, that might be an impossible task with the Boston Celtics winning that many games. Simulate round, see how this goes. I'm actually surprised Boston has that record after losing Marcus Smart and not getting anybody in return. But we did get the Bulls 4-0. I was hoping Indiana could knock out Boston. Maybe Toronto can get the job done. And, yeah, we got 35 and 15 for Trae Young. And then we got Drummond at 39 points, 19 rebounds per game. Like I said, dynamic duo if I've ever seen one. All right, next up, Philly. No guarantees here. Simulate round, see how this goes. Got game 1, lost game 2. We down 2-1. Tied series 3-2, 3-3. And we get eliminated in the second round of the playoffs. Yeah, that's kind of disappointing. I was hoping for a bit better out there. Trae Young did struggle, but I think that's kind of an important thing to bring up, is that, Trae Young is ready to move on to the next step, but the Hawks are not ready for that next step. What's that next step for Trae? I would say it probably is just getting to the playoffs. Like, I'm not expecting him to win a championship anytime soon. He's just not there yet as a leader, as a player, but eventually he will get there. But no, man, like, regardless, I am happy with how my team did turn out, how I kind of formed it there. Pretty much, though, we all choked against the Philadelphia 76ers. I guess maybe if I could change one thing about the team is maybe I would get another, like, shot creator out there, just somebody you can give the ball to and just say, hey, get us a basket, because guys like Robert Covington or Marcus Smart or, Al-Freaking Munu, really any of those guys, they're going to play off of Trae Young. So that's probably one change I probably could have made in hindsight. But overall, I'm so happy with how it turned out. The record was great. 61 wins. No complaints there. Let's see who wins this championship. I mean, come on, man. There's so many great teams in the NBA, right? So, yet again, we got the Los Angeles Lakers. They are the new bitch-ass Warriors, guys. They just win every single time of these simulations, it seems like. But hope you guys all did enjoy this video. A ton of fun to make. Real quick here, let's see how everybody did perform in the playoffs. So these are the playoff stats. There you guys go. But yeah, man, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to my channel. Always check out my second channel, Extra Crispy, for daily NBA content over there. Let me know what player I should do next, and peace out.